Hey guys, welcome to Birdie Little Secrets. I'm Cass, that's Sid, and it's time to spill the tea.
Hi guys, welcome back to Birdie Little Secrets. I wish we had our Mardi Gras beads on.
We should have.
I wish we were decked out in...
It's immediate loss right there.
Yeah.
Immediate L. You just thought of this upon 3, 2, 1, go?
Yes. Yep, just now. I was like, that would be super cool if we had anything that looked like we were just in New Orleans.
Well, we were.
Yes.
Tell them.
For the Zurich Classic of New Orleans, guys. How could you miss it? What a week on tour. Such a fun event. It's the first and only. PGA Tour team event.
Yes.
So the partnership banter, the rivalries, the everything you love about a team sport kind of came out this week.
Yeah. We love seeing like the pairings when they come out and seeing like, ooh, I didn't realize that they were besties, or like, I guess the thought process behind picking the partner. But it is always fun to see and learn more about like their friendships. I guess that you never really knew they were friends.
Yeah.
At least some of them for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the lone team event on the schedule, but it is a fun one, especially coming off of the Masters and the RBC Heritage. Kind of just like takes that really serious like tournament vibe out of it, even though it is still a tournament and you know people still want to win, but
yeah, absolutely,
it's a little more lighthearted, a little more fun.
Still counts as a full PGA Tour victory. I think that's super important to know.
It is,
because not many people are like, oh, if it's a team event and you're doing it with someone else, like doesn't that change things? Not really. Like you do win exemption, you do get points, money, like everything's, it's very you know, it's a great tournament.
You get to split it
and you get to have fun at the same time. Like Cass said, it takes, especially after the 2 weeks I feel like we just had in the golf world, it adds a little bit of New Orleans flair. And then
you get to go out and eat the amazing, like I know everybody raves about the food in New Orleans, especially at this tournament. You get to eat nice food, you get to go out on the town.
This is a bucket list tournament for me.
It is. I definitely want to go one year for sure. It looks like a good time. And then like I guess apparently there's a concert that the winners put on. Before we hit record, we were like, does this happen every year, or is this something that Rory and Shane started last year with Don't Stop Believin'?
They're just two little trendsetters.
They are trendsetters.
I do think that them just singing their little hearts out, the lads just going crazy.
I mean, I know every year the music is blasting. Another really fun thing is that the teams pick a walk-up song. It's the same song every time though, so please choose wisely for us and for yourself. Because you have to hear that song every time. And sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like that was a good choice. Like, how many times a day can you actually listen to this?
And are you getting hype listening to this every time?
Exactly. I feel like they should switch it up. They should have a playlist. Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah, each day should be a different walk-up
song. We'll put that in the suggestion box.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're just dancing around the subject.
I can't even.
Of who actually won this tournament.
I actually like literally have no comment.
Because it really is.
I almost didn't show up today.
It really is insane how, I mean, this whole year, but just last week, you're like, Andrew Novak's going to do it.
I mean, do I know golf?
Half.
Am I a credible source?
Half right.
100%.
This does count as a full win and not taking anything away from Andrew Novak. I'm taking away a little bit from Kat. Calling Andrew Novak's winning this year half right. Half right. He did win with Ben Griffin.
Am I happy for him? Absolutely. And yes, Ben, we'll get to you, but we have to speak about Andrew just for like a hot sec here. Yes, I'm happy for him. Am I incredibly annoyed at him? 100%. Like this was not on my bingo card. This is not what I thought was going to happen.
You were just waiting.
He deserves a solo win. Again, no offense, Ben. Love you. Happy for you. This is great. Great to watch. Love the dance moves. But I just feel like I kept saying Andrew was going to win. I just can't believe it was in a team event.
Yep.
I texted Sydney on like Thursday or Friday. I was like, look at the leaderboard. Like, imagine if he wins and this is his first win.
This is crazy. I was like,
do I feel like I know golf? Like, I can talk with the best of them? Yes.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Like, that put me in, coach.
This does add to your resume.
Yeah.
100%.
It sure does.
And I'm giving that to you. But I'm giving that to you half half of that to you.
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I guess I actually agree with that. I don't think it's like, yes, it 100% is a real win. And like, this is incredible. And I'm so happy for him. But this is annoying.
Andrew, think about us.
Yeah, this isn't about you, Andrew. Gosh.
Your first win on tour is not about you.
But all kidding aside, even though I'll definitely bring it up again, Andrew Novak and Ben Griffin, they were the partners that took home the trophy and the belts and the Mardi Gras beads and the dance moves at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans this year. And it was a great watch. They were at the top of the leaderboard all 4 days. They absolutely killed it. They had such a good time out there. And it was both of their first PGA Tour wins. So that was so cool. Super exciting.
They're both Korn Ferry alumna. So they're coming alumna. They're both.
I was going to let that one slide.
I had to catch it because I think it's alumni.
It is 100%.
Okay, perfect. They're both Korn Ferry Tour alumni. Novak was in 21. Ben Griffin was just in 22. So they're both like coming off of not that long ago being on Korn Ferry Tour like, around the same time. And just coming out, getting their first win together.
But what's crazy is they're not new to the game. They have both had such wild journeys in this sport.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben, remember he like quit golf and like went back to his accounting job?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Back in the day, he was not even back in the day, like a couple years ago. It was like the talk of the town that he kind of threw in the towel a little bit because we talk about it all the time. Golf is hard.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a huge dedication. If you're not winning, you might not be making money, and it's a lot to keep up with. And there's all these incredible players out there. So sometimes it's hard to keep going. And I think at one point he was like, maybe this isn't for me. He literally went, I'm almost positive it was an accounting job. And he went back to his job and then he qualified for some tournament and was like, okay, maybe I'm back. And then was like in the Players Championship that year. So
yeah. That's so funny you actually bring that up. I totally forgot that because we've just seen him on his name up there.
Yeah, because he's been around now for a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Especially this year, which I want to run through both of Novak and Ben Griffin's stats in a bit. But especially seeing both of their names at the top, which you know, because you called it with Novak, half of it. But with it being them being at the top of the leaderboard so many times just this season, you kind of forget like, oh yeah, they both kind of went through a bit of a lull there to now get to where they're at. Yeah. And Ben Griffin always just seemed like one of those guys that, again, you knew he was gonna win, but it's funny that he didn't think that himself for a bit, and then came back out and is like, no, this is my dream, I'm gonna do this, and boom, gets it done.
But yeah, it's two guys that have been close to winning that partnered together and got it done. You know, like I guess that's what they needed was like each other's like grind a little bit,
that team mentality. For sure. And I love it. So speaking of their stats, which just this year is so crazy, like no wonder they just won together. So both have 14 events played this year, 8 cuts made for Andrew Novak, 11 cuts made for Ben Griffin, 5 top 25s for Ben Griffin, 6 top 25 for Andrew Novak, 4 top 10s Ben Griffin, 4 top 10s for Andrew Novak. Andrew Novak just became runner-up at the RBC Heritage. We saw that loss in a playoff to JT, which is crazy, and now 1 win for both of them. Like,
those are two guys that are destined to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Those
Maybe
are crazy
this
numbers.
Was what they needed to go out to the next couple tournaments and bring it home solo. But I'm not going to call anything. I'm over it. I'm literally over it.
You're so far from over it. Like everyone.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
How he got it done in a team event.
No, like it makes sense. It all makes sense. Like on paper, it makes sense.
It does. The stats make sense.
It just makes me chuckle. It just makes me chuckle.
It's just your luck. If anyone, guys, this was to happen to.
Yeah, like I could never be like 100% right. Like it's like I'm correct with an asterisk. You know what I mean?
Kassidy's luck is notoriously. I've never met someone with the luck that you have.
Thank you.
Not necessarily the best.
It's not like life-altering bad luck.
No,
I can't sit
it's
here
like
and
the little
say,
things.
yeah, it's like the little things. Like, what's that one Chance the Rapper song where Baby Blue, where he's like, I hope you get a paper cut. I hope like there's snow in your driveway. I hope you always have to work on Fridays. Like those little things. It's the little smallest inconveniences. Me.
Yeah.
But like, again, can't sit here and complain because I have a wonderful podcast with a wonderful friends and I'm really good at guessing golf.
Right.
So I have something
Well,
going
you do
for
your
me.
research. You know,
Yeah.
like you are the golf expert
Queen.
to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
I'll
Love that.
give it to you. But how an interesting part of this tournament is kind of deciding who does what part.
That's a good point.
The job this week.
Yeah.
It's being strategic about it. It's looking at the golfer's stats, like who has the best strokes gained putting, who has the best approaches to the green, who can really drive it off the tee. Like Rory hitting it off the tee is beneficial for their partnership because he can like hit it 400 plus yards.
Yeah. No, that's a very, very good point.
So
yeah. So like they kind of look at obviously the scorecard for the course and decide also like par threes, like who will get the most par threes if you're on odds or even tees.
Right. Exactly.
And yeah, that's a very, very good point. They do get to decide, but then they kind of commit. So if Sydney tees off of 1, she's obviously going to do all the odd numbers.
Yep.
Yeah. So that also made it a little easier to decipher who was up because guys, these players, they try and match, which is super duper adorable. The
fashion this week is different and cool.
They try and match their outfits, but it's horrific when it comes to the Højgaards because they are identical twins and they do this to us every year, and they're obviously very good players, so they're in our featured groups or our marquee groups, so they're always in our broadcast window, and yeah, they look pretty identical. And luckily though, Rasmus, thank you, this is a personal thank you for growing your hair out just a smidge because we could tell you guys apart. But I swear sometimes they were like mixing it up on purpose.
I kept saying like for the little shot graphic in the corner, all they should put is Højgaard.
No, yeah, because you can't be wrong.
Because end of the day, you can't be wrong.
Well, yeah, and then was it round 1 that they shot a 59 and it was like a little stressful to make sure everything was correct?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I can't imagine. And I wasn't in the chair this week, but Cass was all over.
No, not our boss like messaging the group and saying Denmark just called and you guys are wrong and you're mixing up the twins.
No.
I'm like, oh, sorry, Denmark.
Wait, that's some behind the scenes tea for you.
No, literally that was how it was worded. Denmark is calling and you guys are mixing up
Denmark's
the
like,
brothers.
Get it together, please.
Yeah. I mean, people have to get that they're identical.
Oh, it's so difficult too. Like
and they have the same sponsor.
Yes. And again, everyone's matching.
Right. And their last name is like Højgaard. So like you try and look at the caddy, right? Mm-hmm. But then you see like it's just an N Højgaard or R Højgaard. And like when it's happening so fast and they're far away, it's like also it's not unheard of for like Nikolai to go talk to Rasmus's or caddy. Like
plus they're probably both standing like together all the time, you know.
Yeah. So
very difficult week.
But it was easier to that point when they were on rounds 2 and 4 when they were going every other turn and we knew Nikolai's teeing off of all of the odds. Yeah, that made it quite easy. So thank you for that.
Well, I also just like again the fashion, this like how do we feel about the teams matching? Like do we
I think it's necessary.
Yeah, it's cute. It's like a team uniform. Yeah. I liked it.
Mm-hmm. I agree, but I think it's hard when like you can only match so much. Like, obviously Nikolai and Rasmus could match because they have the same exact sponsor.
Right.
But not everybody has the same sponsor, so they do try to kind of match. Like I'll wear green today, you wear green, but it doesn't always like identical match because like as a player you have to wear your sponsor. This is like a team event, but it's not like a team event when it comes to like President's Cup or Ryder Cup changes, where they have uniforms.
Exactly. I actually speaking of saw on the tour posted Isaiah Salinda and his playing partner who I kind of forget
Velo?
Velo. Yes.
Velo. How do you say it? Yeah,
I think it's Velo. And they had the funniest banter this week. Yeah. And they were just getting into it on the range. And Isaiah was like, you're wearing black shirt, like a black shirt. I could never. And then Bella's like, you're literally wearing black pants right now. Like, what are you talking about? And then I loved that.
Wait, I didn't even see that.
They were arguing about their like outfit choices.
Wait, that's funny.
He's like, I could never wear a black shirt. Why would you do that?
That's hilarious. And then they go out and shoot a 58 a 58. It was like
Yes.
the Hoygaards like shot a 59. It was like, oh my gosh. And again, like it's team event, so it's like a 59 with an asterisk a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, then Celinda and Velo, they just show up and like, oh, we're just gonna beat you by one stroke here.
Yeah. Oh, actually, we're just gonna like, sorry. You're not gonna. Your moment's not gonna be long lived.
Yeah. I also forget what day it was, but Carl Phillips and Michael Thorbjornsen were in a group together. Also kind of look very similar from far away. Like
yes.
they were one of the featured, or they were like partnered together, but in the same group with the Hoygaards. And I honestly had a harder time figuring out who Carl and Michael Thorbjornsen were from far away. But it was funny because we were waiting on the tee. I think it was round 3. We were waiting on the tee, and Carl's standing there with like tee in the ground. I'm like waiting, like what's happening? Like we're waiting for the tee announced. Yeah. We try and time it out pretty well. And Michael's just like nowhere to be found, and you just see them like laughing, and he comes like running up. And then Michael Collins was our walker, so he went and we like asked, and he thought his tee time was 10 minutes later than it was.
Wait, no way.
So he was like,
wait, you can almost get disqualified for that, right?
But I think the caveat was that his playing partner was there, like ready to go with tee in the ground.
Wait, I didn't know this.
Yeah. So he was like I said, literally tee in the ground, ball. Like I'm like waiting for the tee announced.
Yeah.
And then you just see like Michael come running up and then like laughing, and Carl's like this. It's like the whole thing. And then we had no idea what happened, but then Collins went and asked because he loves to talk to all the caddies.
Oh yeah, I bet.
And he was like, yeah, he thought his tee time was like 10 minutes later than it was. So. And then,
hilarious.
We kind of dissected it a little bit, and we're like, good thing Carl was there.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of so funny, the difference between, I feel like, the veterans and like semi-rookies too, because Phillips and Thorbjornsen are both pretty young players on tour and sprinting to get to the tee.
Well, at least see, this is what the partnership is all about.
Phillips was holding the fort down.
Yeah, we love it. We love to see it. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a funny moment. But other than that,
Other than that,
it was
the tournament this week was super fun.
Yeah.
Again, Shane, Lowry, and Rory, I feel like they were just out there like having a good time.
Oh yeah, not the rain delay happening. Just of course there was a rain delay. There was 2.
Again, Cass's luck.
Yeah,
this is Cassie's luck
we're
talking about.
We're positive vibes today.
Yes. Oh,
super
also,
positive.
guys, we're also trying to just have positive vibe, like more positive vibes all the time.
Yeah. So starting right now.
Right now.
So
Cassie totally called Andrew Novak winning.
Thank you.
And like, wow, I can't believe you did that. And it's gonna fully count.
Yay! I love this. So round 3.
Oh, you were supposed to say something nice about me.
I
didn't triple boat.
Sydney
like, maybe
wouldn't have hit it into the woods. She would have hit it into the rough.
If I have to ask, does it count? The compliment?
No. I gave you the birdie.
Okay.
I feel like that was nice.
No, yeah. Super positive vibes over here, guys.
It was nice. On round 3.
Yes.
Rory and Shane were on the 18th hole. They hit their second shots, land on the green. They're walking up, and the horn blows.
Oh my gosh.
Final
on
hole
the
of the
last
day.
hole.
They have like 1 putt left, and off the top of my head, I don't know how long the delay was, but they did bring them inside, and they did the whole thing. And then when they returned, they only had 1 putt. 1 more stroke was made because Rory sunk the 35-footer for eagle.
Wow.
As soon as he came back.
Of course he would.
He said like that he was just chilling, and they were just looking at highlights from the past of what they could do, but like weren't really thinking about the putt.
Yeah.
Had some food, went back out, sunk the putt, went home.
And there you go.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. It just shows like what the rest of Rory's year is gonna look like too.
Oh, true.
I know.
That is very true.
Yes. Yeah. A Grand Slam in a year instead of a career. Let's see.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know. Am I calling it? I don't know.
I guess we'll see.
We'll see. But I would also love Spieth to win. So anyway.
I agree.
Yeah. I would love to see him take it home. But...
Yeah. But Sydney didn't see much golf this week because she was on a staycation, and I'm super happy that you got some time off.
I was a tourist in my own town, which I think is so much fun to do.
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
I just recommend it for kind of anyone if you know, just you're young and money's a little tight. Not saying that's my scenario, but just
What?
Well, just as like a advice to anyone out there, like if you really desperately need a vacation, take a staycation. Like go try finding a cheap Airbnb that you can rent with some friends in your own town. And I feel like that's such a fun
No, it is.
thing.
It's just funny. It's just funny. If you're young and money's tight,
Well, yeah.
take some PTO.
And you can't afford to like go to Europe for the summer, or take
I see
some
what you're
time
saying.
and go enjoy like being
Yeah.
a tourist in your own town. It's really fun.
No, yeah. I was living through your stories. I was jealous.
I took a little sunset cruise, like
Yeah.
it was good.
Good,
St.
you
Augustine's
needed
such
it.
a fun town.
Yeah.
But honestly, the whole weekend, all I could think of was who we have on for our next guest.
Same. Just tell them. Sydney, tell them.
I was just so excited for the DCCT. Okay, everyone, we are not only excited, but literally thunderstruck. I had to do it. For our next very special guest, she is not only a renowned dancer, cheerleader, and athlete, but also has a connection to the golf world, which as soon as we found out, we knew we had to have you on to discuss all things WAG Life on Tour and DCC.
Yay.
Wow, can't believe we're saying it. We are so excited to welcome McKenna Gehrke onto Birdie Little Secrets. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. There's no other way I'd want to start my week, to be honest.
Oh, wow. That's so sweet.
Wait, we're supposed to be hyping you up. We're
Yeah.
supposed to be like...
It goes both ways. Like, I'm a cheerleader at heart, so I have to cheer on everyone,
Yes, exactly.
I love that.
But we have to dive right into your love story with your boyfriend Chase, who's on the Korn Ferry tour right now, as Sydney just mentioned. So how did you guys meet? How did it blossom? We need to hear all the tea.
Okay, I love it. So it's kind of a funny story. He was on the golf team at Arizona and I was on the dance team. So our freshman year, very first football game, Chase actually didn't get selected to be one of the 5 golfers that traveled. And usually he's never there for anything, like he's always traveling for golf. So I was dancing on the field and him and his friends were like, oh my gosh, she's that girl, like whatever, like Chase, you have to DM her. So he DM'd me our freshman year. Nothing happened. I didn't see it for 2 years later. So junior year, literally summer before our junior year, I get a message from Instagram and it says this message was unsent by the sender. And I'm like, that's weird. And then I see Chase Sienkiewicz sent you a DM. I'm like, oh, like, okay, whatever. I click on the unsent by sender one and Chase's DM pops up. So then from there, we just started talking. We talked all summer and then we met right before school started our junior year, and we literally started dating like 3 weeks later.
Wow.
We love it.
Yes.
So after the 2 years I feel like he got a little scared with the unsent thing. He was like,
I think he did too, and he won't tell me what he said to this day. I have no idea what the initial DM is.
That's such a scary tool.
yeah. Wait, that's so funny. Well, I also love that you were like 3 weeks later, we all like knew instantly and just started dating, because I feel like when you know
100%.
Totally.
And I feel like now, especially with, like I said in the intro, like your connection to the golf world, and Chase is now on the Korn Ferry tour, what has life been like for you guys recently?
Chaotic but amazing would be the way I describe it. Like this past week, he actually had a tournament here in Arlington, Texas, which is right next to AT&T Stadium. I live like 40 minutes away-ish, but I couldn't go because I was busy doing Thunderstruck. We had 2 performances. I had rehearsal all week. We had meetings. We had our end of the year banquet last night, so I wasn't even able to make it out, but off season has been great because I've been carving out time to go see him. So that's where I'm jetting off to later today. We're going to his tournament in Tulum. So we're really trying to balance all of our things out.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad we were able to catch you like on your way to a golf tournament. Like that's so perfect.
Wait, I have to ask. So yeah, obviously your week was busy because of the NFL draft, but like, what is Chase's team? Is he the Cowboys?
No, we think every single year about this actually because he's a 49ers fan. And 49ers and Cowboys have this weird kind of rivalry because neither of us, well, the 49ers have been to the Super Bowl recently. Unfortunately, we have not. But we're kind of these 2 NFC teams who had like a ton of Super Bowls earlier, and now we're both just butting heads. So we do have a little bit of a rivalry.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I was like, what are the odds that he's a Cowboys fan? But
Cassie's been waiting to like see if there's tea there. She's like, she needs to tell us.
It's fine. I'm a Jags fan, so there's no hope there, but it's okay. But okay, we've
Travis Hunter in the draft.
I know. We're very excited over here, and he wore pink, so we were excited about that too.
We're multi-sport, girlies over here.
Yes, we try.
I know, me too. I'm like, hey, sports.
Yes.
But like Sydney said, we've never had a Korn Ferry Tour WAG on before. So if you could give like a little insight to our listeners about like life on the Korn Ferry Tour and what Chase works towards every day, because he's not quite there on the PGA Tour, but it's still a grind on Korn Ferry, and we know that, and that's something we talk about a lot.
I love that. Well, first of all, I'm honored that I'm the first Korn Ferry WAG, so thank you again. But I would say it's feels like training camp for me when I was trying to make the team. You're just day in, day out grinding to reach that goal, and it's attainable, like it's right there.
Yeah.
But you just have to really be consistent throughout kind of every single tournament just to get, I think it's top 20 on the points list now.
Mm-hmm.
And when he got his Korn Ferry card when he was at Q School, I was overwhelmed with happiness just because I've seen how much he's worked every single day. And so I feel like everything is small wins and growth to hopefully prepare him one day when he does get his tour card. He's like, okay, I did all this on Korn Ferry, and now I'm ready to take the next step.
I even love how you're like one day, because you have to have that mindset as well. You have to go into it being like, this will happen one day. It's just putting in that effort each and every day and keeping that dream front of mind for sure. Yeah. And especially like between the two of you, and having that support system is so, so important. I think on tour especially, and I can't even imagine in your line of work as well, like how much you've had to lean on him, like on that side of things too.
No, you're so right, because he used to tell me in training camp, I'm like, my first year auditioning, I'm like, I'm in this room of the best dancer from every single dance team, the best dancer from their studios. I'm so overwhelmed. Like, I don't feel like I'm talented enough to be here. And I just kept like comparing myself to other people. And he was like, you are here for a reason. You are special. Like, you have something other people don't, and you just have to go out there and be confident. And he's like, and if you don't believe that, just pretend to believe that you're really, really confident in yourself and you are the number one dancer in the room. And it's funny because we literally just had this conversation where I was being like, I'm going to give you your own advice that you gave me from my rookie training camp. Like, you're a rookie on Korn Ferry. You have to believe you're the number one player. Even if you bogey a hole, like, come back on the next one and be like, okay, what would number one do? And then do that. So we're able to relate to each other in a lot, which helps so much.
That's so special. Especially too in like the game of golf. It's such a mental game. And then also something like being on the Korn Ferry, working towards your tour card. It's like everyone's journey is so different. And it still blows my mind when you show up to a tournament, like you just never know what's going to happen. Like this one tournament could change your life forever and make all your dreams come true, or maybe it just shows you what you need to continue to work on. So we love that. We love the mental like support that you guys have for each other, and it definitely shows, especially on your social media. We love seeing your WAG tour videos. Like, how much fun have you been having keeping up with the Korn Ferry Tour and like your relationship with the other WAGs? How's that?
I have just loved it. It's been night and day different from PGA Americas because obviously he was not competing in the US, so I wasn't able to travel as much. So this is my third tournament this year. Actually, in the past month, I've been able to go to.
Oh, yeah, wow.
It's been so nice, like meeting other girls, and I feel like I've just been trying to soak it all in because I love traveling. Like, I love being with Chase because our schedules are so crazy. There are times that I'm like, hi, bye, okay, like, see you later. And this week, he made this really big plan because it's my birthday on Saturday. So we're staying with two other couples, Korn Ferry couples, and we all have this big house in Tulum. And so, like, the girls and I have been texting about our outfits and, you know,
so
what
fun.
we want to eat. And it's just been really fun already. So it's been cool to see the difference between like last year and this year.
Wait, I love it. Okay, first off, you have to share your outfits with us each day because that's what we also live for, like a cute outfit on the course.
Yes. Okay, I definitely will.
Who are you staying with? Who are the couples?
James Nicholas and his fiance Matthew Anderson and his girlfriend, who actually also went to University of Arizona. So
awesome.
that's really cool. We have a lot of Wildcats in the house. And then Gavin Cohen is the single guy that's seventh wheeling, I think. in the house.
Wait, I think that's also such a funny perspective of Korn Ferry Tour, because it's a lot of young guys out there. So it's like he's joining the house and he might be seventh wheeling, but
yeah, I bet you he's like, hey, do you have any like cute teammates, McKenna?
Oh my gosh, he asked me so many times. And one of my friends literally was going to come because there's, I think, like 6 bedrooms or something in this house. And so she was just going to come and like hang out with me, whatever, for my birthday. And he was so excited, but then she had a bachelorette trip. So he's like,
oh no, that's heartbreaking. This could be like a reality TV show, Love on Tour.
Wait, yes, that would be so
I love it. I'm living for it. That's so fun, though. And happy early birthday, by the way.
Thank you so much.
I'm so excited for your week. I feel like you're about to have, I feel like Chase is about to pop off, too. Like, watch him have the best tournament.
We do feel like Birdie Little Secrets can be good luck, because sometimes we have people on and then their husbands win, or they do very well in the next tournament. So we'll do our fingers crossed here for you.
Yeah.
Birdie Little Secret magic happens.
Yes, exactly. It's in the air.
Okay, and also before we get into, because trust me, we are so excited to talk to you about Dallas Cowboys everything.
Yes.
But one of my favorite all-time moments, I mean, it literally went viral, just to give like the fans an inside look into what your and Chase's relationship is like. When he was trying to earn his first tour card at Q School, like in December this past year, his quote was, and let me quote it here: "She is at the PGA Tour of her level and she is killing it." And I think swoon from literally everyone.
Yes.
I mean, how adorable is that? And you even commented and you're like, this sums up our relationship perfectly. Can you kind of like give us even some more insight into that wonderful moment?
It just makes me like blush and just tear up thinking about it, because he is so sweet. Genuinely, he is my number one fan, and we're always catching each other whenever we can. So I was getting ready to perform at the Christmas show, so I have seriously like rollers in my hair, half a face of makeup when he called me, and I'm trying not to cry to mess up my makeup for my performance, and he's doing his big thing. And so we're always managed to stay connected with each other despite being completely opposite schedules sometimes. And so I felt like that post definitely showed like I'm trying to, do my thing, pursue my dream, and he's able to do his, but we still are always trying to call each other and congratulate each other amidst it all.
That's amazing. I feel like, ladies, if you're listening, if there's one thing you're going to take from this, go back to your DMs, check 2 years ago, check them out. They have not expired. Some beautiful things can still come from those. This is goals right here.
Go in deep, like look all the way 2 years as far as you can go.
And if you've unsent a message, try again. You never know what's out there.
I know, maybe a guy needs to unsend a message and then send it again so the girl sees it. You never know.
I think that's where, and we'll circle back on our new show, Love on Tour, and let you know if that works out.
Amazing. I'm here for it. Sign me up.
But yes, okay. We have to dive into, you are a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. We need to know like literally everything there is to know. The beginning, like your journey in dance and cheer, and just like your courage to apply and try out for the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
Oh, I love talking about this. It just makes my heart swell because, like I said, we had our end of the year banquet last night and we were all just crying for each other because we've had so many amazing moments. Of course, there's a lot of ups and downs, being filmed all the time. But my mom actually was in the NFL. She was a Broncos cheerleader, and she has a Super Bowl ring. So I have always looked up to her because she used to tell me like, oh, you were in my belly when I was, calling sidelines. She wasn't dancing, but she was like calling sidelines on Broncos. So she was like, you're meant to be an NFL cheerleader. And I looked up to her so much. Like, I used to wear my little boots around the house and pretend to dance in them. And then my step-grandma lived in Dallas. And she was like, there's this TV show called CMT Making the Team. Like, you have to watch it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I watch it immediately. I was like, that's going to be me. Like, that has to be me. These women are iconic, hardworking.
Yes.
courageous, intelligent, beautiful. I'm like, I want to be that when I grow up. So not even kidding that I was such a ballerina dancer growing up, like very, very industry studio. I was like, I'm going to try out for the high school pom team. I'm going to be on varsity pom, and then I'm going to go to University of Arizona because a lot of DCCs came from University of Arizona, and then I'm going to audition for DCC. Like my entire life was dependent on that. When I set my goal to that when I was, I don't even know how old, I just knew in my heart, I was like, I have to do it.
Wow, that is beautiful. There was no looking back. That decision you made when you were a child was like, this is set in stone. I love that. That's awesome.
And my mom was like, are you sure you don't want to do Broncos? Like, what about Broncos? I'm like, Mom, I can't. I'm so sorry. I have to be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Well, and I love too how you called back the old CMT show, because I even remember watching it, and I don't have a dancing bone in my body, but I looked at that and I was like, this is the greatest thing that has ever been put on TV. And I was like, these women are so inspiring and like so tough mentally and physically. Like you guys go through so much, like day in and day out. What is that kind of like? I mean, that's a huge question, but like
no, it's a great question. I feel like we get asked this a lot because some things can be misconstrued a little bit on Netflix, and like especially about Kelly and Judy, our coaches, because they are really hard on us, but they want us to be world class. Like that is the branding, of the DCC. And I've never been pushed so hard, but I've also never been so inspired by the team. So every day we show up to practice and you have to know the choreography beforehand. So when you get there, it's just cleaning, practicing, especially in training camp, you have to perform right away. So it's a lot mentally. Like in training camp, I used to wake up in the middle of the night and be thinking of choreography. And I was like, I need to stop. Like, this is actually it was just all
you're like dancing in your sleep. You're like,
no, I think I was literally having dreams about the dances because I was thinking about them so much.
Oh my goodness.
So that just kind of shows how mentally challenging it is during training camp. And then when you make the team, I have a job on top of DCC. So we're working during the day, going to practice during night. You have to be able to literally restart your day. Whether it's for me, I'm like, okay, doing my makeup and having a cup of coffee before practice, I'm restarting my day before going in. And that can get really, mentally, physically draining. But it's just the moments that make it all worth it, where you're in uniform in the stadium or like talking to kids, stuff like that.
Absolutely. Well, you're inspiring the girls who inspired you. So, like that kind of full circle moment. I can't imagine like how proud you must. Well, you should be proud of yourself, because it's just, it's so cool to hear that you've, since being a little girl, and now you're here doing it and like living that dream. That's incredible.
Yeah, I definitely second that.
Yeah.
And what about like your relationship with the girls? Like I can imagine the answer is simple. There's no bond like it, but can you just shed a little light on that team atmosphere and how much you lean on them?
100%. So in training camp, because it is so hard, your rookie class really bonds together because no one is going through the same thing that you are except for your group. And I was really lucky because my rookie class was very small. There was only 8 of us. I think when we made the team, Kelly said it was one of the smallest, if not like the smallest rookie class in DCC history. So we were seriously all bonded together from the beginning, but you go through everything together, like you're trying to figure out choreography together, if you're bringing the right outfits, like if you have your poms, just silly stuff like that. And then actually 2 of my rookie sisters and we are going to be bridesmaids for someone we just met. And so it's so nice to know I've only known her for 2 years and I'm going to stand beside her on the biggest day of her life. So it just shows how quickly you bond and how the bond goes, which is amazing.
I definitely.
Oh, it's just so, I love like even being able to interview you and like hear all this stuff, like us starting Birdie Little Secrets, and no way are we similar to like you and your journey. Oh my God, I'm not even comparing that. But
I know Sydney loves cowgirl boots.
I do actually. I think I'd look good in a pair of Lucchese's, but anyway. So, but we have a side, like this is our side job, and that I can imagine like that burnout that you it's almost inevitable because you're working so hard every single day, but having that support system, whether it's like Chase but also your girls and then your whole team. So I can imagine like how incredible it is to have support in that sense.
Yes, totally. It definitely makes the hard days better.
Yeah.
Like in Thanksgiving, we do the big Thanksgiving halftime show with, whatever artist is performing for the Red Kettle Kickoff.
Yeah.
And every single week, something changes. You have the halftime set, and then the artist comes in and their producer wants something changed, or like the record label needs a picture moment for advertising. So everything changes that week. And the fact that we can all go through it together definitely makes it easier. Even if you just need someone to vent to or just be confused with, it just makes all the emotions feel more validated.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And what about the Netflix show? Like, was there imposter syndrome there? Like, seeing yourself on TV? I bet it's still a thing, and I know season 2 is coming out. Let's hear about that journey.
Yeah.
So obviously I've never been filmed before, and so having like a boom mic come over your head and a camera in your face, at first I was like, get away from me. Like the camera would come on me and I would just sit silently because I didn't want to say anything wrong. And now it's kind of evolved to the point where it's completely second nature to me. Like I do notice the cameras and the boom mics, but I am so used to it. It's almost like desensitization in that way.
Yeah.
But it has been weird how much attention we've gotten to where like I didn't realize people would love it so much. And it's amazing because you just feel like there's so much more respect for what we're doing
100%.
because a lot of people don't understand NFL cheer. So it's crazy to see my friends like getting stopped on the street or while we're at dinner, my teammates, or like I've gotten stopped walking my dog a couple of times, like, oh my gosh, are you on the show? And I wasn't one of the main characters. So the fact that people were still kind of like stopping me and being like, oh, I recognize you, was just very big adjustment. But it was also really cool to know like what we're doing has such a big impact on people.
And season 1 was during your rookie season, right?
Yes.
So you were auditioning and also being filmed.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Crazy.
And then the show didn't get released until going into, sorry, I don't know if you can hear my neighbor's dogs barking.
It's okay.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine.
The first season didn't get released until I was auditioning again for my second season, which is a hard audition because you have to earn your spot back. Like you have to show, okay, I can't only be a rookie, I can be a vet. And so the mental game of seeing yourself auditioning for the first time while auditioning, the timing was so crazy.
Oh, wow.
And literally the first scene of episode 1, I'm literally talked about right from the beginning, and I was not expecting that at all. Like, okay, like let's start with McKenna, and they show my audition video, and they're like, she's good, but she doesn't have enough power. And that was my question all of training camp, my rookie year. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, it was so terrifying, but that's been something I obviously know to work on now. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, I couldn't even imagine that. That's crazy. Also, like you said, like people watching and then like gaining the respect for you guys. Like I didn't know that you had to like keep earning your spot back on the team.
Yeah.
So that was something that was like shocking, but also like super intense. I couldn't even imagine also watching that and hearing what they have to say from a year ago, McKenna, to now what you're doing. Like that's crazy.
Yes, I know. And I do believe season 2 is probably going to be released around the same time. So it's going to be all of that over again, except they kind of focus more on each successive rookie class. So it'll be like the rookie class of 2024, I'm pretty sure. But they don't tell us anything. So they just come up with cameras and we'll find out what's on the show when it is released to the public. So.
Okay, because we were just about to say, like, we have to see if we can get any inside scoop into season 2. But you're like, no, we don't know anything.
Yeah, so like lips are sealed, but I think, I've heard from production, it's probably going to be released around the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, so early summer vibes of,
It's getting close.
Oh yeah, I mean, my alarm's already set. It's been set since it released last year, so.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Okay, has Chase ever tried any cheerleading moves? Have you ever gone out to the course with him?
Yes.
Like, how does that work?
Yes. Okay, in college, when we had more time, he would totally like grab my palms just as a joke and like try to do some of the dances we were doing in college. I actually have a picture of us on the basketball court at U of A where he's holding like one of my palms and he's like this. Like,
Oh my gosh.
It's so funny because he's a really big jokester. Like, he's all about being funny and just making light of every situation. So he loves to do that. And then he started teaching me how to golf in college when we had more time because we were in Tucson, Arizona. So it was warm all the time.
Yeah.
I have a couple of videos of me swinging a club. Like, it's not the prettiest, but
That's okay. I'm sure you looked great.
thank you. We always talk about me going out to the course more now, but I mean, our schedules are not even close to allowing fun golf time where Chase isn't focusing on practicing.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's jam-packed. It's so hard too, I feel like, to go out and do, like, have it be a leisurely activity as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, after trying to do it as, like, a hobby once you've done it, like, trying to be a pro.
Yeah.
Yes. And he will go out and play with a bunch of his friends here, or even just other guys who are on Korn Ferry that live in Dallas. Mm-hmm. And he's like getting practice from it. Like, he's having fun, but he's also practicing. And I'm like, you can't do that by yourself. I can't be there.
And 18 holes, that takes a lot of time.
Yeah,
it's a long time.
It does. I mean, tournament rounds are like 5.5 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, we're walking.
Oh, we know. We work in the control room for PGA TOUR Live, so we watch all the golf every weekend, every tournament, all day long. So
yeah, we're like,
we know
we're more behind the scenes, but
yeah.
I love it.
But okay, before we let you go, we ask all of our guests. Our name is Birdie Little Secrets, so we like to ask what your Birdie Little Secret is. It could be a superstition, maybe like a pre-football game routine, a pre-tournament routine when Chase is playing, just any fun facts that maybe nobody knows.
Ooh, okay. I guess I can do one from DCC and one from my stuff with Chase.
Yes,
you
we'll
can
take
do
all
5.
the Birdie Little Secrets.
You can do 5 of them if you want. I want to hear everything. I feel like I could ask you a million questions.
Yeah.
It's seriously been so much fun chatting with you guys. Like, this is amazing. Okay, my DCC secret is we are lining up in the tunnels before Thunderstruck. And you just hear like the crowd, the hype videos playing, like adrenaline is just building. And I always have to close my eyes and like say a prayer for like me, the teammates, making sure I'm always like, please let me do the dance right, like stuff like that. And I feel like if I don't have my prayer before Thunder, like something is weird, even if I just bobble on something. So that's kind of my little Birdie Little Secret, because it's something I do every single time before I go out.
That. Yes. That's exactly what we were talking about. See, we knew there's a little.
If they have the cameras on you now, I'm also gonna be looking, and I as soon as your eyes are closed, I'm gonna be like, she's preparing. Our girl's gonna go out there and kill it.
Yes.
Yes. I'm always like I get so nervous, so I have to like take deep breaths, but
I can't
it's
even imagine.
Excitement, nerves, which is really fun. So that's my personal one. And then for Chase's round, I'm very superstitious. Like, I have to be at the tee 10 minutes before. Like, I know he's not even there yet. I just have to be there very early. And I have to make sure, like, I give him a little kiss, like, tell him good luck, give him a hug, and then just stand there. Because I feel like when I don't do that, I missed it one time because his dad was like shopping in the pro shop and we just like lost track of time.
You're like, so we were shopping.
That'll happen.
Right before he teed off, and he didn't have a good round that day. So ever since then, I was like, okay, I need to be there 10 minutes early, wish him good luck, and then be ready to go.
Well, now he's looking for you every time. So that would like really throw him off if you're not there.
And then shop after.
Yeah.
And you can just shop.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, his dad's name is Mark. I'm like, Mark, like he tees off in 5 minutes. Are you done shopping?
Go.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Wow.
But that was a good one. Those are 2 really good Birdie Little Secrets. And we could, like Sydney said, we could ask you 1,000 questions and keep going, but we don't want to keep you too long. So this has just been so much fun. And hopefully we'll be able to have you back on sometime.
I know. I'd love to come back. Also, sorry if my camera's doing weird things. Chase. Speaking of Chase, he just called me. So.
Oh, like, Chase, I'm busy.
You're like, casting right now.
Yeah. We're talking about you. Like, stop.
He's waiting for your arrival and your kiss at the tee, so we get it. It's fine.
So true. I'm like, I'm gotta go.
Yes. Well, again, thank you so much for joining us, and just we know both of your guys' future is so bright. And again, we have to have you back when he gets that tour card.
Yes, we'll be waiting.
I'd love to. Please put me in the books. This is so much fun. And I love chatting with you guys, and I'm excited for next time, hopefully.
Okay, guys, I'm retiring.
And I think that's
Like, I don't need to do anything else now.
No, right. We go out with a high.
Yeah.
With a bang.
Yeah.
I think also the only other thing for me to do is I need to go get now white cowboy boots.
Oh God, I thought we were gonna get through one episode. Cowboy boots are the new Victor Hovland.
It's true, and McKenna just wow.
Yeah,
she
that
rocks
was
them.
amazing.
And
there's nothing I love more than finding a connection between golf
Yes.
and something like so spectacular and like random.
that's actually one of my favorite things
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Just golf,
What a dream.
having golf like bring people together in such a strange way.
Yeah.
And thankfully,
Yeah.
we were able to speak to just the nicest, most
Sweetest.
humble
America's sweetheart,
down to earth. Got some tea on season 2,
We
guys.
did. I'm so excited. I literally cannot wait to have Chipotle in hand and sat on the couch, play, and be like, that's my girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we
Just
didn't
what a
ask
great
about
interview.
the splits, though. We should have asked about that.
I know.
The kick
Well,
line
again,
splits. But we're going to have her back on.
We just have to have her back
She
on.
was like so kind enough to squeeze us in her schedule, and she had a flight to catch, and we're just so thankful. And we know there's gonna be a lot more from both her and Chase, and they have such incredible futures ahead, and we're just so excited to follow along. So
Absolutely. Oh, which speaking of cowboy boots,
of course, here we go. I mean, I don't know, were we speaking of them, or did you just bring them back up?
our next event on tour is back in Texas, guys.
McKinney, Texas.
Yeah.
The CJ Cup, Byron Nelson at TPC Craig Ranch, and guess who's in the fields? World number 1,
Texas native.
Scotty Scheffler will be battling out for his first win this season, which is actually crazy to say.
It is. That is insane. I just think also too, how perfect it was that we were able to have McKenna on to give us insight into everything Dallas Cowboy, like in Texas. The draft just happened. Like how we're just.
Some would say that's good timing. And that we're good at booking guests. Some would say. Not just us. Couldn't be good luck.
No, we've discussed that. Couldn't be that. Yeah. But yeah, we're so excited for this week. The white cowboy boots, if I get some, they will be making an appearance. This is my excuse.
Oh my God. Could you imagine wearing them to PGA Tour studios? Like, I would actually pay money. Like, I might.
Follow us on Instagram to see.
We'll check out Amazon, see what we can find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't be Lucchese's, but because apparently
so.
I'm strapped for cash.
Yeah. Money's tight right now, guys. Oh my gosh. But yeah, guys, big names in the field. We got Jordan Spieth. We have Gary Woodland, Scotty Scheffler. We have our defending champion, Taylor Pendrith. It's going to be another really great full field event.
Yep. We're back to just
we'll
individuals
see what happens.
again. So question, will there be cowboy boots?
You don't have to read that out loud.
I know, but I just think it was funny. It was the next thing, but we've
Oh, just wrap it up.
Yes. In answer to the question is yes. Make sure to catch us next week. You can tune in every Tuesday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you enjoyed listening to today's episode, please like and subscribe, and pretty please leave us a review. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Yeah, guys, leave us a review. We want to know what you think.
Yeah.
Hopefully positives only.
I know. Yeah. Only positive.
We're starting a positive trend here, remember?
Yes. Only positive 5-star reviews. Thank you. And that is at Birdie Little Secrets pod. Don't forget the pod at the end. Thanks, guys. See you next week for more tea.